no one else has the body type to be here except us, and we stand above everyone else because of our physical prowess. And our main character is going to be like, you don't understand. I used to be short. I used to be small. That's where true sumo spirit comes from.
I used to be small and ripped.
You were born into the tall. I merely adopted it. Wait, that's backward.
You really adopted the shredded.
I was born into it, molded by it.
Molded by it.
Sculpted by it.
Zero Complex just called us dorks.
Welcome to AniFiles. Reveal. Inazuma 11.
Fist of the Blue Sky.
Ooh.
Same.
All right. So y'all would rather watch Fist of the Blue Sky 2-1, which means
Don't say
11.
that sentence that way.
Why are you trying to increase my stamina in the middle of the night? What comes next? What are you talking about? He's like,
Because I'm
what
an
are
idiot."
what are you thinking about? And then he puts some toothpaste on his toothbrush and says, "This is what I meant. Of course, I can't wait."
Can't wait to
Starts
brush my
brushing
teeth.
his teeth, and my only thought was, is this
Is this the
like the
toothbrush thing?
worst callback to the toothbrush sex sequence in the Monogatari series, or is it just stupid?
Dean is just flabbergasted right now.
Like,
I bet that's supposed to be a Monogatari reference.
I feel like it has to be and simultaneously can't be.
Yeah. It's just like,
Because what the actual hell?
And the stuff with his sister to me is huge. Huge. And also he doesn't want to Thank you, Silent Panda. He also doesn't want to fuck his little sister, so good for him.
Yeah. Then are you, either of you, caught up on Stott Gridman?
I am indeed. Silent Panda's not, but I am.
All right. I won't talk about it then. I want to give Silent Panda a chance to get caught up.
I'm sure Silent Panda thanks you.
I did enjoy, for example, kind of like the tension and release of like back and forth and like, you know, kind of just like getting more and more like high stakes and like who's gonna break first. And then we had Third Wheel Chan come in and kind of like be the comedic relief. And so it's like tension. And all of a sudden she says something dumb and funny. And it's like, okay. And it's like, that was a good approach. It just like could have been executed a little bit better, I think.
So I was meaning
is the best.
So going back to our losers bracket, we have our 5 seed Most Huggable Man versus our 10 seed Hongyakuse Million Arthur. Which of these two shows would you rather watch?
God damn it!
I appreciate that. Just encapsulates my feelings about this on a deep, like, spiritual level. Just like you did that, I was like, I know.
I understand. You're not alone. Okay. Anyway, we are way sidetracked. So
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, boat
show.
girls. We got boat girls. I'm here for boat girls. I'm here for boat girls all day long.
Same. I'm here for this show, just not the game.
Dad Aft.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of you guys, but the fans, they're what's important.
The good-hearted amateur idol who only cares about his fans, Dean.
I only care about the fans. Also, 69, nice.
And the good-hearted amateur idol who only cares about his fans, special guest Steven.
Hey.
And we're here to talk about...
Do you care about the fans, Steven?
I honestly don't give a shit.
Prove how much you care about the fans, Steven!
No.
There's so many
Do not
scenarios that have just flashed through my head of like do X to prove you care about the fans. And it's everything from like executing someone to
I mean, I'll do that.
You got a shitty record producer who wants to fuck with the way you make music, and you got a gun to his head, and it's Steven, prove how much you care about the fans. The delivery of "Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season" and that was just wonderful.
Yeah, I try to stick to our, if we set a rule for must always be pronounced a certain way, I try to make that happen. So
I just broke the rule. I'm sorry. "Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season."
Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season.
Oh, maidens in your savage season.
Girls, this is a harem. This is a harem show. It's kind of a light harem show in a way because it's not just about the harem. There's actually a lot of really interesting shit that goes on. Anyway,
It's also a relatively small harem. It's like, but is it just the two, or is there a suggestion of like 3 or more? I forget.
It's just
there's 4 in the OP, and there's a
there?
third that comes later in the show.
Ah.
The 4th one in the OP we haven't met yet.
It's a micro harem.
Yeah, kind of actually, which is sort of cool. Anyway,
Not to be confused with the Pico harem, which is actually just a monogamous relationship. But
actually, I'm gonna start calling myself that. I'm no longer monogamous. I enjoy having a Pico harem. Here we go.
Chris.
all right, why the hell are you here, teacher? Episode 1. My teacher is hot. She needs to get some rest and drink plenty of fluids.
Oh, okay, that's really good.
Well played.
Prism is an ice sport. Like, that is just... Prism just happens on ice.
Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on just a fucking second now. Wait a minute. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Ryan.
Wait, so are you telling me that this is Yuri on ice?
Yes. That is exactly what I am telling you. I didn't make that connection until a scene later in the episode. And I can't even tell you what the scene is. But that's when it finally clicked for me. All of Prism happens on ice.
Okay, so it's not just an idol show, and it's not just BL, and it's not just an Otome. It's a fucking ice skating show too.
Yes.
I'm going with Pastel Memories.
I'm going with Pastel Memories.
Astute listeners might have picked up on my favorite thing about this show, which is everyone is a fucking rational human being.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people make sense.
Amazing.
And the fucking actually happens. First, like, the fucking happened before anything else, which is interesting.
Or even to kind of like build on that example, like King Go Rescue Her, that is someone in a position of power wanting a possession back.
Exactly.
Now maybe it's like a little bit more personal, like this is my daughter, I care about her, I want her saved, and I know that I can't do it myself. But, just the context of the king also brings to mind the patriarchal history of stuff where daughters were political tools.
Exactly.
And you can argue that the motivation might be just as politically motivated as it is personal.
Yeah, it's like, you gotta go save my daughter from this dragon, or I can't marry her off to this fucking prince for all his grain. I gotta have that grain.
Oh.
Conception's bad. Don't watch it. Don't give these fuck.
where she's freaking out that the guy's not understanding, and then he says something, and then the other girl that's in the classroom is like, okay, you've gone too far this time, to the guy. It's like, can you not see her feelings, that she's expressing her feelings, and you're just totally ignoring them? It's like,
well, every time
what are you
I
talking
hit on a
about?
chick- look, every time I hit on a chick, I open with, "Hey, let me piss in that mouth."
Oh,
So he opens up the thing, and then there's this cute girl inside, who is apparently the pilot, and she kisses him and then faints.
110% anime. Oh my god. I was so happy. She opens the cockpit and kind of falls out into his arms and kisses him before passing out. I was on board. Not in a good way.
There is only one rule they must obey: do not leave the orphanage. But one day, two top-scoring orphans, Emma and Norman, venture past. I know.
These are some grade A orphans, you know what I'm saying? We
We got some great orphans. Over here, we got some athletic orphans. If you want to watch your orphan play some football, over here, we got a... if you want a virtue signal, you can adopt an orphan with Down syndrome. We got them over here.
These orphans are raised caged-free, free-range orphans. You know? Grass-fed.
Grass-fed orphans. She loved My Little Pony, and I watched a lot of that with her, and it was amazing. I had heard from, the fandom that it dealt with these interesting issues and all this other stuff. They have a show that literally deals with communism.
Yeah, we gushed about that on Drinky Files for
We did.
like an hour.
We did. They had an episode that literally dealt with communism, and it's like, oh my god, this show's awesome. And it was really good.
Is there a character in there named Merx?
get out.
Yeah, it was just like that, and it was.
This show is gonna be so bad.
I feel like we just made it bad. No matter how good it actually is, this discussion has made
It might
the
have
show
actually
bad.
been like the most heartfelt shit. We've ruined it. Ugh.
We gotta on the cover art. We've got an orphan with a lantern. He's obviously walking around with a lantern. Oh, this is gonna be quite a thing, isn't it? Norman and Emma.
Norman the orphan.
Norman the orphan.
His faithful sidekick Emma orphan. What is my life? For some reason, I guess maybe there has to be some sort of cave that the trees were blocking, because like we see shots of them swimming way up high. You would think they would have seen this massive building.
Swim in this world. How have you not seen? How have you never been at an angle from which you can see what's behind those trees? Verticality is part of your life. Zero complex.
Mom asked why I was crying in the bathroom. I said orphans. She's so confused.
Tied for third place with both with 2, 1, and 2. We have Pastel Memories and the Magnificent Kotobuki.
That's a tie?
That's a tie. Oh. Well, there go my eardrums.
She
Yeah.
totally freezes.
I
it's
literally
like-
thought that something happened, and I was like, did you just lose the ability to use your legs?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I just had to ask myself that question because they didn't tell it as well as I was hoping they would.
She has trauma from when she was younger. Someone knocked something out of her hands right as her parents died before her eyes.
Yeah,
or something.
there you go.
This is
And her
anime.
mom looks over. Her mom looked over and said, "That thing in your hands will always be in your hands. Not me. I'm gonna die. But that thing in your hands will always be in your hands." And someone walked by and went, "Bam!"
But no, I think it was more just like she's playing well enough, and then she gets the ball stolen from her in a key moment, and then she's just like freezing up because it's like, oh, I'm letting my team down. And
I like the other one better.
Yeah, me
After
too.
mom flatlines, as soon as it goes beep, somebody comes by, bam.
I am the king of this podcast, and I need you, dear listener, to go rescue my daughter so that I can acquire this bread.